What's going on, guys? This is Alec here and welcome back to my Swansea City career mode. This is season 2 episode number 5. Our first game up here is up against Newcastle United at home, and the second game in this episode rather is actually our first Champions League game. But as I do before every video, I just want to kick things off by noting some topics as the teams are going to pop up on the screen. Julian Cobb, I think it's Julian Cobb making his debut for us. I've had a couple of comments asking about loads of different things. First of all, I want to say sorry for no De Guzman. Like a lot of people wanted me to sign De Guzman. The reason I didn't sign De Guzman is because I couldn't sell Ki-Sung Young. I should have made that clear in previous videos. I don't know why I didn't, but yeah, that's the reason I didn't sign De Guzman. It's just because I wanted to sell Ki-Sung Young first. So in January, I'll try and do a swap deal and get that. Matt Cooper, I know you wanted me to sign Akinfenwa. I completely forgot. I kind of had it in my head that my squad wasn't big enough, so I wasn't going to sign him. And then I released the 2 youth players, and I should have signed Akinfenwa then, but I completely forgot. Hopefully I can pick him up in January. Yeah, so there's that. And also, Reece asked me to upgrade Jay Fulton, something I've got no problem doing, and that makes me expand on. If you want to see me train any other youth players in the team, let me know, and I'll do that for you. So, kicking us off into the episode, we've got Newcastle at home. Our first chance was 23 minutes into the game. As you can see, Bafétimbi Gomez takes it past Kieran Clark? Kieran? Just call him Clark anyway. And he gets fouled. So it's always dangerous territory when Gylfi Sigurdsson's got a free kick on the edge of the box. As you can see, Mo Barrow and Ben Davies step over it, but Gylfi Sigurdsson's going to take it and he's going to score his first goal of the season. It's taken him a couple of games. I think this is our fourth game of the season, but our player of the year last season scores the opening goal of the game, and it's not the best free kick. I think Tim Krul could have done a little bit better, but nonetheless it's a free kick and it's a goal, and we're 1-0 up in this game. The next thing I wanted to say is someone actually commented about signing Jordan Pickford from Sunderland. Something I'd be more than happy to do, but the thing is, we've got Michel Vorm, Wayne Hennessy and Christopher Nordveld at the club at the moment, plus the youth keepers that are coming through. So I mean, maybe if I sold one of them keepers, I probably would, but I don't think goalkeeper is the position we need to improve on at the moment. But another chance here as Mo Barrow cuts in off the right hand side onto his left foot, and it's a good save from Tim Krul there to keep it out. While it's half time and while we're just going through some more highlights, I want to say as well, what would you guys think about an Ultimate Team series? Now, I had one comment about it, and I was kind of, I thought it was a good idea. Someone asked me to do like a Road to Glory series based around Gylfi Sigurdsson's inform card, and I was thinking that could be a good idea for a series. If I just got Gylfi Sigurdsson's inform card, put him around a load of bronze players, and then try and work my way up to hopefully the best Premier League team possible. I don't know if any of you guys would be interested in that, or if you guys are interested at all in Ultimate Team. But yeah, I just thought I'd leave that out there as a suggestion. Also, tomorrow should be my Elite 1 reward pack opening from the Weekend League. I finished in Elite 1. I got 34 wins this week, so look out for that as well. But I'll stop going on about Ultimate Team. I'll crack on with this career mode episode. I get a chance here. We brought Michu on off the bench, and I believe Shelvey came off the bench for Newcastle. Michu's header goes straight into the hands of Tim Krul, but there's actually Joe Allen winning a header. I thought I had to show that one in there because that does not happen often. But Montero has the ball down the left hand side. He'll pass it into Michu. Michu through to Joe Allen. He's got a chance to create something now. Puts it across to Barrow. Barrow keeps it in. Comes to Michu. He turns the defender well, and he finishes it even better. And I failed here trying to do a celebration, so just ignore that. But that was like Robson Kanu, Euro 2016 against Belgium. The way he just did the little Cruyff turn, and he slotted it past the keeper. There's Michu's first goal since returning for us. Especially, I don't think he scored in the friendlies, but yeah, look at that turn. He wrong foots a couple of the defenders, and he puts it into the top corner. And I was happy with that. I always bring on Michu off the bench in this series, and I try and get him a goal, but he scored there, and we've got a lot of ex-Swans players in the squad right now. We've got Michel Vorm, we've got Ben Davies, Joe Allen, Michu, Boney. Is there anyone else? There may be a couple of others that I'm just missing out as well. But Yeah, also in this game, Julian Korb made his debut. I think, I said Julian again, I think it's Julian. And he had a really solid game, to be fair. As you can see, 85 minutes into the game, that was probably Newcastle's best chance. And as you can see, 90th minute goes, we win 2-0 at home. A game I was expecting to win, nonetheless, but it's a good performance. And like I said, Julian Korb had a really, really good game. He looked solid. So in my opinion, it was a good signing, and I'm glad I did sign him. The next thing that I do want to talk about as well is, I talk about it every single episode, do you want me to put the sliders up and make the game more difficult? I'm on Legendary now, which is the most difficult difficulty, that makes sense, the highest difficulty you can get on career mode. But I don't know, I'm winning a lot of games comfortably, so what do you think? This is our Champions League group stage table. As you can see, Juve, it'll pop up again in a second, so I don't know why I showed that clip, but as you can see, our first game, it couldn't get any harder. It's the hardest team in our group, away from home. As you can see, all the Champions League things that are Champions Cup, as EA don't have the licenses for it. Up against Juventus, they got a couple of good players. There was no Dybala in this game, but yeah, there's our group: Juve, Villarreal and Olympiacos. Villarreal and Olympiacos, I'm pretty confident that we can beat them, but Juve are such a good team. The likes of Higuain, they sign Alaba. They do always sign him, but they've got the likes of Kingsley Coman, they sign Rafael Varane. They've got a lot of good players in there: Mandzukic, Cuadrado. I mean, just the whole team is a really, really solid team. Pretty much all above 85 rated. So yeah, this was not an easy test for our first game in the Champions League. But we mixed up the team a little bit, as you'll be able to see now. The teams will pop up in a second, as you see from there. The likes of Martin Odegaard, we start Wayne Hennessy in goals, Angel Rangel, Kyle Bartley, Victor Ruiz. From the starting lineup in the Premiership, probably only Victor Ruiz, Sigurdsson and Bony are the starters, but to be honest, I think everybody else coming in for other players are more than capable of doing a job, so that's the reason I put them in. But onto the game, Juventus Stadium, our first Champions League game. It's a big one, and we managed to get possession here, luckily, for a mistake off Juve, and Kingsley gets the ball here now. He'll pass it inside to Martin Odegaard. Odegaard into Leon Britton, and Britton will put it out wide to Angel Rangel, still playing for us despite being about 34 years of age. Comes into Wilfred Bony, out to Nathan Dyer, and Nathan Dyer will be patient with it. He'll pass it into Britton, Britton into Kingsley to Montero. We're getting the ball up the pitch a little bit more now. As you can see, it comes into Britton into Martin Odegaard. He gets round Pjanic, gets it onto his left foot, and Martin Odegaard with his first goal for us in the Champions League. It's our first goal in the Champions League. Our manager's run on the pitch. What a goal from Martin Odegaard, the youngster, 18 years old. He actually, I think, put it as an email saying he wanted to play this game. And I was a bit 50-50 about playing him, and then I looked at who played the last game in the Premier League, and I thought I may as well chuck him in there. Look at this, a lovely bit of skill to get around his marker, and he puts it onto his left foot, and it's a great shot. Buffon does get the slightest of touch on it, as you'll be able to see from this angle a little bit clearer, but it's a great strike and a worthy goal of putting us in the lead. Our first goal of the Champions League. I was chuffed with that, and from here it was a matter of, do I go and try and get a second goal, or should I just try and sit back and play defensive? So I just tried to do a bit of both. I went defensive, and I made sure that I didn't try and get counter-attacked, and I tried to hold the ball as long as I could, have long spells of possession. As you can see, we picked up a free kick here, a couple, about 35 yards out with Gylfi Sigurdsson. I tried to hit it, and it just goes over the crossbar. Buffon pretty much had it covered, he wasn't worrying, but as you'll see, it wasn't actually a bad free kick attempt, to be fair, from that far out, but never testing a keeper of Buffon's standard. So 23 minutes into the game now, as you can see, Juve have the ball. Kingsley Coman has it on the left hand side. He'll put it inside to Higuain to Khedira, and Khedira will pass it through to Mandzukic onto Cuadrado. Some nice football now. Mandzukic into Higuain will take the first time shot, but it's going just wide. That was always going to be a hard one to score. 37 minutes into the game now, 10 minutes before half-time. Nathan Dyer's got the ball. He'll put it into Wilfred Boney. Boney into Britton. And I really like using Britton on FIFA. I just always give him the ball and I let him control things. And as you can see, he passes it off to Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson into Nathan Dyer. We're just taking our time. I didn't need to score another goal, so I was just taking my time. The ball comes into Martin Odegaard. He puts it across. And what could have been the second goal, it just comes off the body off Gylfi Sigurdsson. And it goes out for a goal kick. Kingsley Coman showing his pace down the left hand side. Angel Rangel not one for pace, but it comes into Pjanic here. Good turn, and he'll have a shot and it'll go out for a corner. Now then, Juve just before the half-time EAAs could be a major factor here. Pjanic to put the ball into the box and cross it in into Higuain. And I thought that was in the first time. Just before half-time, that's exactly what we didn't need, was to concede a goal. But luckily enough, it goes just wide, as you see how close it was there. To be fair, Kingsley did well to jump up that high and try and block the shot, as well as Hennessy doing well. But Leon Britton rarely gives the ball away, but he does so there. And Higuain gets it into... well, he dispossesses the defender twice, and then it comes into Mandzukic, back into Higuain. Higuain into Pjanic. Pjanic into Mandzukic. And that's a poor attempt, and that will be the first half. 1-0 at half-time. I wasn't too worried about that. At this kind of point, I would have taken a draw. But as you can see, 74 minutes into the game, not much has happened for the 30 minutes after half-time. But Juve have a chance now. Kingsley Coman going down this left-hand side. He's got the pace on Rangel all day long. He'll put it into the box. And it was kind of a mixture between Kingsley and Hennessy putting that one out for a corner. But I was so glad it didn't come to a Juve player. And how about that? Our first game in the Champions League, we managed to take all 3 points. And I'm guessing that... No, I don't know if we'll go top of the group. I didn't actually check after this game. But as you can see, the players are pumped. I was pumped. 1 goal, it's only 1-0, but I'll take it. A 1-0 win away at the Juve Stadium. I was chuffed. But thank you all for watching our first Champions League game with Swansea. Hopefully you'll all tune in tomorrow for the Elite 1 park opening session. And also don't forget to leave all your comments that I've asked throughout this video. Thank you all for watching, and peace.